some more. You with me, right? Do you want some more? Shout to my nigga Capone, shout to my nigga Nori, and they are
the invisible, untouchable, shit. Seeing niggas you enjoy it for minutes. Get it. You need to stop asking. The invisible, how I'm fucking untouchable. Right now, I see it for minutes. Untouchable, flame drop, my whole colossal style. I can't believe I fucked up and made a half-ass album. My excuses, my posse died, and I ain't wanna make music. My posse died, my fans stuck with me. I say still we go. I gotta have it just to drive, get ahead and I roll. Seeing that we like the Grand Royal. I write rhymes with the coke oil. Yo, Rollo hit, see me, sell leak right with Rollo Creek. Got out the club, seen the police, the yellow D. I'm like Frank Mathis, see me blow my dough. And any bitch giving head, if she blow, I know. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We had to go see Primo, take it up, the reunion, a brand new cut, up in D&D today with the rap some sluts, from the projects, you know we need our welfare cut. No CNN, network, channel play, no soul reality. Sit back, picture that, yo, respect it. The legacy is never end. CNN, network, channel play, no soul reality. Sit back, picture that, yo, respect it.
Yeah, let's go back to the Get Used to Us compilation. Apart from the joints that you just mentioned, who are some of the other people on the album? I know there's that you've been playing some on your radio show, and people definitely want to know about that so they can go and cop it.
Well, like Freddie Foxxx actually wanted to rhyme over some of my Beats I Collected Dust instrumentals, so I sent him Volume 2, even though it's coming out in January. Beats I Collected Dust Volume 2, my instrumental series of just throwaways and beats that people didn't use and whatnot. So I sent him the whole thing, and he sent me back just everything. Like the next day, he had all of them done. And I was like, wow, I like that one and that one. Then he found this beat that I did maybe like 8 years ago that I want him to rhyme on, and he was like, I'm not really feeling it. And I kept telling him, I'm telling you, you could body it and do the old raw Freddie Foxxx, even though it's got this funny little happy sound, but I just hear you destroying it. And he was always against it. And then he just said, yo, I found that session, because I've been trying to find that session for years back on the ADAT, and he just said, I found it. And he recorded and said, yo, you know what, I listened to what you said 8 years ago, and I'm gonna let you hear what I did to it, because it came back to my mind. And he said, you're right, I did some hardcore on it, sent it back, and it just sounded like exactly what I wanted. So now it sounds like a brand new song that I just did a couple weeks ago. And then we did this one called BAP, like boom bap, but it's called BAP. Straight raw and disgusting hardcore ill beat, and he's just tearing it up like that's gonna be the jump off. It's called BAP. But right now, I sent him one that was a Gang Starr beat from Moment of Truth that me and Guru never finished. It was just some old taking it back to the jazzy sample, just showed that I haven't touched that style in a while. And I just sent it to Bumpy, but he didn't know it was a Gang Starr track. It was the only Gang Starr track out of the instrumentals. And he called me the next day and said, yo, this one I called the Gang Starr Bus back when we was on the Smoking Grooves tour with Busta and Public Enemy and Black Eyed Peas, when they was unknown people yet. Maya, Cannabis, Wyclef, Cypress Hill, Public, I said P, and Gang Starr MOP, my man Headquarters, Freddie Foxxx, everybody was all on that tour together. And during that time, he's reminiscent of that time. And then we did the Rage Against the Machine tour together. So we did many shows together, all of that crew, which is and Big Suge, of course, after J. Rue, the Damage and Group Home had gone to their separate ways, even though we were still affiliated, and we'll always be affiliated with Gang Starr Foundation. But that record from that time on the road from '98 to 2004 was a whole different type of a Gang Starr tour. And we all on the bus going through everything, ups and downs, and having so much fun. And everything he reminisced on, even if you weren't there, if you feel like you were there, because he's naming the correct people. And these are people we've been running with, even before we were running with Freddie Foxxx to do shows with us. So even when, you know, when he talks about my tour manager, like, you gotta know us, and it, you know, so when he told me that he wrote that song, and then he didn't know it was a Gang Starr track, it even made it more sentimental, because it's like, yo, that was a Gang Starr track, and what made you even decide to talk about Gang Starr on that track? Could have been one of the other ones. So that's one of the most sentimental. So since it's on Beats That Collector Dust Volume 2 in January, and it's a compilation. Compilation is just compile some joints to make it a complete book. That's got to make it on there. So that just got added at the last minute, and you know, so that's one of my favorites right there. KRS One and Grand Poobah 5%. That's really off of the Boom Bip album. That was the first song we recorded, you know, just to try something out. So we did that. You know, the remixes that were only on 12-inch, you know, Your Days of Number remix with Rage, Royce 5'9", and Bumpy Knuckles, because that's a Bumpy Knuckles verse where Freddie Foxxx is the Gang Starr bus. You know, it's two different types of deliveries, and he's both people, so that's why I wanted to put featuring Freddie Foxxx and featuring Bumpy Knuckles on the album, you know. So that one features Bumpy, Royce, Lady of Rage. I've always loved the remix. We got a dope remix video to it that we shot with Rage and Gianna Michaels, the porn star from, you know, who's really popular in the industry right now. And we were out there doing a show out there, and we shot that video. So that's gonna also be coming out with everybody on it. Royce, Bumpy, the whole video, and then the remix to Your Days of Number, which also had Melee and MC8. It will also be on there. So those are only two familiar records that may have been known on the underground and on the turntable scene, but digitally some people may not know and still enjoy it. And it also fits the concept of the album. And the Joell Ortiz record, which is actually in rotation in New York on Hot 97, Sing Like Bilal. Joel did 3 verses, but when we gave it to Flex, once we extended it, we gave him 2. Just so it wouldn't be overdone as a freestyle. We didn't want a 3-verse freestyle, because that's really what it was. And so the 3rd verse sounds like a closer, so I took that version and putting that one on my album, so no one's ever heard these verses. So it's going to be the first 2 verses the same. The 3rd verse is a whole new verse that he didn't do with the one on the EP with Sheek Luch. Totally different verse. So it's only on the Get Used to Us album.
We're going to celebrate Guru's life right now, the legacy of Gang Starr. Word up. That's what it's all about. Alright? Y'all going to help me do this? Okay. If you love Guru and the legacy of Gang Starr, put one finger to the sky like this. Keep it up. Keep it up. And if you love Big L, take your other hand and put an L up. One finger like this for Guru, an L for Big L. Keep it like that. Now listen. When I scratch Big L, when I scratch that, I want you to say Guru, okay? Big L, Guru. Big L. Let's try it. Let's try it. Big L. Big L. Big L. Big L. This is for Guru, y'all go Guru. Guru, right? Big L. Frankfurt, that's all, where your balls at? That's all you got? This is for Guru. Big L, Guru, right? Big L. 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 Rest in peace. Come on, you wanna mess with that? Frankfurt, make some noise! Fresh out the gate, time to raise the stakes again. Time to play again. Y'all cats know we always play to win. G to the stars, son. Haters.
this shit too far, son. So that's all for you. I'm wiping out your whole team. Albums, flatter your dreams, relentless to shatter your schemes. The badder you seem, the more lies you tell. The more lies you tell about surprising fountains in my death trap, right into my clutches. Stupid, you know the karma's bless every single mic he touches. I've suffered just so I can return home. Wanna be the shit starter, fuck around, make you a martyr. I'll make you famous, turn around and make you nameless. Cause you never understood how vital to me this rap game is. Save it and hold that, you catch a hot one. Run to chase a fake nigga down, so let this stop or clip. Do you wanna mess with it? Gang Starr. Yeah, that's right, cause nice right there. Slow up, one more time, full clip. Do you wanna mess with it? Gang Starr. Yeah, nice right there. So I suggest you take a rest.
Big L, 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 Big L. Rest in peace.